So in every sport, there has always been one person in the whole generation of sports who has changed the sport. So Dhyanchandji ji did it for hockey. Kapil Dev in a way did it for cricket. Sunil Chetri is changing it for football. Saina Nehwal changed it for badminton. Prakash Padukone did it before her, but Saina Nehwal changed it for girls playing badminton. And PT Usha changed it for girls running. So now Jyoti Araji is changing something, definitely. Then of course PV Sindhu of course followed, but Saina Nehwal did the change. Reinforcements happen, but that first person who changes, support for them is very important. And this time we are going to focus on one such person who's going to change it for India in the Winter Olympics space. So India so far has not won a single medal in Winter Olympics.
Yeah, right.
A country of 1.5 billion people. There is this hope from Telangana. Her name is Nayana Talluri. So I think we will also speak to her father in this podcast. More from him about her. But this girl inspired me for this walk because
actually I love sport in Kho.
Okay.
That is in village. Actually, my background is village background. I study in government school, but Kho is my passionate game. But nowadays, metro cities doesn't have in that sport, and that is the reason her interest. We start that game.
Right.
She's all of 18, and she has already won like tons of medals.
Right.
I think the medals that you are seeing here are all her medals, which we'll speak about. Our schools do not have sports. Even government schools, forget private schools. Private schools are useless in general. They don't have a ground at all, right? I think parents think playing sports is like useless. That will come in the way of academics. There is no support at the ground level. And then I think as they are growing, we have one of the worst selection politics in the world when it comes to sports.
When I started, 1 to 2 years, that much of sacrifice is not there. When she went in international level, that time we need to more training. That is the reason last 4 years I quit my job. I dedicated my daughter. And
so Nayana, you'll know more about her, but what she has done is amazing. One thing that inspired the most is I think her father, Mr. Narayan Rao.
But funding is, we don't have any, we take the personal loans, we keep the gold loans and keep the gold and this thing. And now she is training in abroad in Canada, Calgary. We are taking the education loan also as well as. So much of funds we sell in my land. Right. Actually, I have a little bit my wife's name in on land is there. We sold out in last year. That's we are facing financially some struggling.
It's painful to hear, sir, especially when someone is representing India at such a huge level and someone who has consistently proved a worth.
Like today, parents are selling properties, they're selling their gold, they're pledging their properties, all savings. And finally, the chances of making it in the sport is like what? In some sports, it's 1 in a lakh. And how many people will succeed? There is also an element of luck. And if it doesn't work out, many parents, I think many people who have stood on the Olympic podium in this country, they are probably now, doing some menial jobs. And this is the failure of our ecosystem. I'm not saying like government has to kind of go and adopt all of them. Make sure, I think, you cover their risk. When they win, they say, I won this medal for India.
Yeah.
Right? When athletes are doing so much for India, what is India doing for athletes? That's my question.
Only August 15th or January 26th only flag hosting. That time only people are salute the Indian flag. But only one person, that in the sports person only, 365 days anywhere across the world, in going to the event or participating everything, they keep the heart their Indian flag.
This time, whatever funds we raise, all of it will go to Nayana's tournament expenses. I think she needs a whopping 25 to 30 lakhs per year because she does all international travel. Right. She has started winning medals in international circuits.
I don't have any other works and I don't do any other job. I can't spend to my personal life also. I can't spend in personal life any enjoyments, any tours like that. Everything is her sport only.
Right. And how does it feel, when you're working for her success?
Now is okay, but I say proudly is I'm a father of Nayana Sri. I say that is a very proudly say that.
Well, hello everyone. Today's podcast is for a cause that I think is very significant to every Indian. It is with two people who I truly admire, and one of them I can speak for hours about. But breaking the ice now, Dhananjay, I know you, I speak a lot to you, we work together, but for our viewers, who is DJ and how is he joining the dots?
Okay, how am I joining? Thank you, Vinayak. It's a pleasure talking to you because we have spoken off the mic, but on the mic, it's a pleasure. I've seen your first podcast and I think it has come out really, really well. DJ is just a simple, a simple human being who's connected to the purpose at all times. That's what I would say. If there is a purpose, what matters most is the purpose, and then the person is always secondary. And today's podcast is kind of going to represent it or show it, whichever it is. So I'm a very I'm an Indian at heart, very hopeful Indian, very proud Indian, and I think our country I think it is not even performing at 1% of what it is capable of, and that's what I'm always focused about.
Wonderful. So, for someone who's hearing about J today or joining the dots, if you didn't get the pun, what is a one-liner version about the organization that you can, summarize it then?
Yeah. So joining the dots is a mindset. It's also an organization. It's a mindset per se. Let's say whichever purpose that you want to achieve, if you keep ego aside, if you have full focus on the purpose, you will be able to connect to anybody who is required to achieve that purpose, bring them together in a very, very synergistic environment and achieve the purpose. That's the mindset. And we kind of named our NGO after the mindset.
And what does the NGO do?
So the NGO works primarily on like 4 areas. The first one is software jobs for girls from underprivileged backgrounds. It is called Joining the Bits program. We have at least 40 girls who went to government schools and went to like very tier 3 colleges who are working as software developers. One of our developers is also working at Uber right now. Nice. So went to a government school, went to a very, very low level college, but yet did very well. Then we have a program called Sports for Girls. We have at least, which we'll probably speak about at length today. We have around 200 girls playing various sports. The sports being hockey, cricket, fencing, and badminton so far. So these are the sports which generally, hockey is played by a few girls, but again, I think the access was very low. So we have focused on 4 sports. More than 200 girls have represented district, state, and very soon we'll be representing India. We're very close. Maybe 2027 we'll hear the good news.
Wonderful.
So our third program is about arts and culture. So this is called Joining the Saptaswaras. Saptaswaras is Sarigama Padani. So in this, around 100 government school children are learning various forms of music and dance. Kuchipudi, Bharatanatyam, vocals. They're learning violin. They're learning harmonica. So this is the third program. The fourth program is our flagship program, which is called Samartha. Samartha is our program for persons with disability. So we are focusing on 2 things. One is we have adopted a government school for persons with disability, and we will take care of everybody coming to that school, which is around 100 plus students, with respect to their health, education, and employment. We have done a great deal of work in health. Education, we are going to start from 2027. We have around 4 persons with disability drawing a salary of 20,000 rupees today. So that is our program. And we also specialize in providing prosthetics. We work with Rise Bionics. So this year, we have provided more than 150 prosthetic limbs in Chittoor district. This year, we are again working in Chittoor district, and anybody with a broken limb will have a prosthetic this year.
Wow.
So there are around 700 districts in India. So one district will be covered in 2026 and 2027. And God willing, we'll probably cover the entire state in a few years.
Amazing. Extremely ambitious. Yeah. From my limited knowledge, I've realized our Sanskriti is taken forward by women, and at the same time, the strength of any person or a society is on its sports, achievements. And JTD is targeting all of them with arts to sports to enabling a lot of people who are born with special abilities to represent in the workforce. It's amazing.
Thank
So,
you.
DJ, I encountered about the Freedom Walk on Instagram. Freedom Walk rang the bells, something to do with independence or something. The last thing that I would have thought is, it is to do with the sports framework and to do with so many other things JTD does. Especially coming from a very third person's perspective, I have seen JTD as an organization predominantly helping the disabled workforce. So, take me through it all. Like, how is JTD more apart from, helping the specially abled, and what is the Freedom Walk?
Okay. So I'll talk about Freedom Walk as well as I'll correlate it to sports.
Yes.
Mainly sports for girls in the country. Why did we start Freedom Walk? In 2017, I came back from USA. So for me, singing the national anthem and Vande Mataram on 15th of August was like the most important thing. While I was in US, I think I had missed it. We might have hoisted the flag, but then doing it in your own motherland is always, I think the feeling is second to none.
Truly.
So I had missed it very badly. As a child, I had gone to RSS Shaka, and I think they had instilled the patriotism in us. So when I came back to India, so I came back around August, permanently relocated from USA on around August 7th. So a bunch of friends talking. We said,
Which year is this?
2017. 2017, I came back. So 2004, I went to US. For 13 years, I missed my country. So whenever we were coming back to the country, for 1 month, we would listen to that Swadesh song, Ejo Des Hai Tera. It was depressing to go back. Because it's always coming was so much joyous and going back was so painful. It took like 2 months to recover after going from here. I did not enjoy USA. It was a place to go earn my education and money. So when I came back, I was like, it was like the 100 elephant strength, right? I think you are among your own people. You are in your own country. Like I think that's a huge strength. So we said, we have to do something. Like now that I'm here, I think let's do something. Then we randomly got an idea. Why don't we do a freedom walk?
Okay.
And the reason for this is, I think, today I think Gandhiji is called father of the nation and he is credited for all the freedom, right? Non-violence did not get us freedom. Anybody with common sense will know that. Who got us freedom? I think it's the commoners. And what did they go through?
Sure.
I think if you just take the famines after East India Company took over, 1772 Bengal famine killed 10 million people. 10 million is 1 crore. 1943 Bengal famine killed like 3 to 4 million people. So more than 2 to 3 crore people in this country died of famine. That is the price for freedom. Then I cannot even name, right, the number of people who gave their life. Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, okay, Sukhdev, then Ashfaqullah Khan. Means you just Chandrasekhar Azad, a bunch of people, Lala Lajpat Rai. All these people, I think the Lala Lajpat Rai ji was killed by Britishers, right, when Simon Commission, when he was protesting. And one story probably I'll say, and I think that motivated us, or I think, it made us feel very sad and also motivated us, was Neera Arya. So she was in INA, Azad in the Fauj, which was predominantly responsible at the end to kind of get us that last climactic freedom, right? She was put into Kalapani. And the amount of torture, and I think now that I'm telling Kalapani, we have to remember Veer Savarkar.
Yeah.
I think very few people have contributed to our freedom like Veer Savarkar. None of us understand, right? Most of our textbooks say Gandhiji went for a march and we got freedom, which was absolute crap. Neera Arya was put in Kalapani. Kalapani is a jail that nobody can even imagine. What they would do is, Veer Savarkarji was like put in a cell which was like next to the cell that executes people. So for 27 whatever years, number of decades he was, right? I think 20 plus years or 14 plus years. He heard that and he did not lose his spirit even then. They would make him go through, like I think that he had to basically get oil from, there was like a oil mill where I think cattle go around, right? They made people go through it. They will tie their hands and the whole ablutions and everything happens in the same place. You have to eat a food where excreta is lying around. I think like that is the kind of torture people have gone through, which we don't even understand. We take it for granted. So I had read Veer Savarkarji's literature quite a bit. That was a very big motivation. And coming to Neera Arya, which was very important, was I think these British officials, I think, got her naked. There used to be something called a breast clipper. So they would, they would they cut off her breasts. Yet this brave woman did not say anything about INA, which was very important in getting us freedom. So we have forgotten all this. So all that pain, right? There is no way that we can even thinking about it make us so sad. I said, in the honor of all these people, for 3 days we'll hold the Indian flag and walk. Because the little pain that we get in this 3 days, which is nothing, when all the Azadin people were walking to Hum Dilli Dilli Jayenge, that whole song, right? When they were walking from Burma to here, how much they went through, right? They were in the forest. I think the leeches sucked their blood. I think despite that, I think this is a country where women gave away their gold from Mangalsutra to Netaji. That is what has gotten us freedom. So can we dedicate 3 days of a year to reminisce all this? Forget everything that we're doing. We are in a corporate hustle where we are told to kind of work for a company, dedicate entire life, which I don't think is the right thing to do. We have a better life. We have other parts of life as well. How can we forget all this and dedicate 3 days to remember these people? While going, I think you listen to all these patriotic songs. I think which pretty much is like a 3-day goosebumps moment. And you think about these people. You kind of pay gratitude to all these people. That's how Freedom Walk was born. Then, given that we were doing the Freedom Walk, we said, I think let's attach it to a cause because it can be a fundraiser. Then we said we will invest it on sports. So we walked and I think we started a fundraiser. We got 86,000 in the first year. So that was decent money. It was not bad. 86,000 for 3 days because we were struggling to raise money. Second year, we got around 2.5 lakhs. Third year, we got 4 lakhs. Then we hit 6 to 7 lakhs per year for the next 3 years. Then I think it came down a bit. The saddest part was when we changed this fundraising from sports to military training, many people did not connect. That shows the common intelligence of an ordinary citizen who is giving funds, unfortunately.
Huge disconnect.
Huge disconnect. We said, I think we'll train people to go to military somehow. I think that did not connect. That was a very disappointing thing. Then we again went to persons with disability. We had started the program. But again, we are coming back to sports. I'll talk more about it. But when we raised funds, we put it on sports. But then it became a sports for girls only exclusive fundraising event because I'm a product ops person. I was a program manager. For me, data is very, very important. After 3 years of giving away 7 lakhs to various schools, I just looked at, audited the funds. 90% of the funds had gone to boys. All the expenses. When we spoke to the sports teachers, I think they had logic.
Right.
They said, look, I think you spend all this money on girls. Eventually, their parents will not send them to tournaments. Right? Mostly girls attain puberty at this age where I think parents get a little more cautious and they don't send them out. At that point, we said, you know what? If that is the level of inequality, we need to be preferential.
Right.
Correct? We need to create a level playing field and said, we'll only spend money on girls' sports. From 4th year, it became a sports for girls funding thing. And since then, we have raised the total fundraising. In Freedom Walk, we have raised more than 25 lakh rupees for sports for girls. And other fundraising, everything combined, we have hit 8 figures right now.
Wow.
1 crore for girls only sports.
Amazing.
And last year, we became one of the first, I wouldn't say first organizations. I think it is a first thing for India where we got a sponsorship of $50,000, investment of $50,000 for 2 girls who are not even who have not even entered, I think they have not even been capped. They're not even, they have not yet played for India.
Right.
Yet I think investors believed in and they put in $50,000 investment in these 2 girls.
Amazing.
I think now they're playing at a much higher level. One of our girls is trained by Arup Sridhar. Who himself is one of the greatest in the fields of badminton.
Right.
Good times ahead. I hope, this continues and more girls get benefited.
Amazing, sir. I absolutely get the idea of supporting the woman in the domain because, yes, unfortunately, we live in a preferential society and this is true feminism, which I absolutely have a lot of respect for.
I think you now got all the hate from feminists for me. Yeah, but
I don't care.
yeah, that was just a joke, I think. No, I think feminism in its truest sense is important.
Absolutely.
It has been hijacked by people with vested interests.
True.
But yes, I think women have undergone a lot of exploitation over
Right.
centuries, and it's time to get it right.
Right. And I surely hope all the viewers, as well as myself, extremely support the cause. What does independence mean to you personally? And why the walk around the Independence Day? And because you could have chosen multiple other days, multiple other events, suppose International Women Day. Why this particular duration specific?
I think this is the time where I think, see, our independence, we got it after what? I think, see, in a way, for 1,000 odd years, right? The first person to come in here was Muhammad bin Qasim, 782. After that, 300 years, we gave a tough fight. Then Muhammad Ghazni came. And since then, we have not had real independence in this country. For me, independence is Hindu independence, not Hindus' independence. It's Hindu independence. The independence from Himalayas to Hindu Mahasagar.
I think you can elaborate a little on that.
Yeah, I think probably for anybody who's looking for communal sauce in this statement, there is nothing. I think this is India is a country for everyone because India is a Hindu country, right? We are not a country for Hindus because we are a Hindu country. Nowhere else I think this is possible, right? This is the only country where everybody has come in and stayed peacefully despite most of the world trying to screw up with our unity and diversity. We are the true representatives of diversity and, for that matter, independence.
Right.
So we come from a land of Sanatana Dharma, which is independence, which says, hey, look, these are all the things we have. You go and choose which path you want. There's also the only country where you can be a atheist yet you can be a Hindu, right? Yeah. Sanatana Dharma even has a provision for atheists. So who else can represent independence? And our Independence Day was the day where we got that leverage to be ourselves, right, after like 1,000 years. And no other day would signify, no other day will come even closer to our Independence Day. Republic Day, we wrote the Constitution, but I think I don't look at India from, I'm not a constitutional patriot. Constitutional has a lot of bullshit and we have to change it. That's exactly what, it's a smriti, which is bound to change with time. So it has to change. I think we can go on and on, right? I think Places of Worship Act, Waqf Act, Decontrol of Temples, UGC, whatnot, Muslim personal law, Christian law, RTE. There are tons of things that need changes. But then Independence Day represented something, especially for me, it is the spirit of Netaji, right? I think that is, because if you carry his spirit, he was the one who was carried that Kshatra spirit, right?
Right.
And that was another reason why we chose this day.
Amazing. Dhananjay, who will also call us DJ because it's his preferred nickname, and also mine. You are a master at connecting the dots. I can give you that. Provided with feminism, with the Indic culture. But considering JTD's focus is independence from a lot of things that hold us back, be it the society, be it multiple other ailments. Take us through this year's edition. You mentioned the Freedom Walk. I have seen it's about 125 kilometers stretch across 3 days. It does take a lot to cover that. Speaking as a marathon runner, and you have done it 9 times prior, provided that this is the 10th edition.
Yeah, it's special.
Take us, the viewers, and myself through the route of it. Correct. And I think the viewers will have the luxury to go through it across the Google Maps.
Sure. Definitely, right? So we start from Kyarpuram Vinayaka temple, because as Hindus, we always believe in the blessings from the Vigna Vinashaka, right? He is the solver of all conflicts, right? So we go there, we take his blessings, we take an Indian flag. As soon as I go there, the Purohit there knows us. So we have gone every year. So he takes our Indian flag, he puts it into Ganesha's feet, and then we get his blessings. Then I think that flag is tied to a stick, and we start the walk. Simple. And we have a t-shirt where we market our purpose, right? And which we will talk about this year's purpose. Then we start, we walk, we keep walking. And as we walk, I think we get tired. So there is 40 kilometers first day. We go from Kyarpuram to Narsapur First day, Narsapur to Mulbagil. Second day, Mulbagil to Palamaner, Andhra Pradesh. So it's a 37 kilometers, 43 kilometers, 45 kilometers, something of that sort, 120 to 125, depending upon which school will end up. And the body will give up. The first day, you have the enthusiasm of starting.
Right.
So somehow the first 20 kilometers is always like done. But what happens is, I think, who takes us forward is like, I think, these people, when we are carrying the flag, I think they salute.
Right.
Some people come and offer food. Some people will come and like, there are sometimes where some people have come and fallen at the feet. That is very humbling.
Right.
I'm like, and that is not you, right?
Yeah.
I think you are representing the country a little in the walk,
Yeah.
an idea, and I think the bowing down is for the country,
Yes.
so that humbles you down. And I think that's also a confidence that I think people, we are all one. Because I walk through 2 states and I think like there is no difference. Because when I cross the border, I don't feel that I think we have gotten into other state, and I can speak both languages, so both states. But then what happens is the first day, your calf muscles will get tight,
Right.
your ankles will get tight, you'll have a lot of chafing, and then the second day is the struggle. Because third day, you have the joy of finishing. The first day, you have the enthusiasm of starting. The second day is the real test for the mind. So the body has given up in the first day. See, none of us, I think I used to be very fit. I think now my fitness is bad. And you know where the injuries are. So, and your body movement has to be adjusted. Is your thigh tight? Are your ankles giving up? Or your calf? Or is it your shoulders? It can be anything. See, there is no way you can predict how body is going to react. All you need to do is you need to understand your body. You need to drink a lot of water. You need to take a lot of electrolytes. You need to eat right. You can't eat a lot of oily food. And most importantly, you know what? I think it's the spirit of all the people who have gotten us the freedom. I think it is that spirit which takes us.
Right.
Because I generally listen to 2 movie songs. I think 3 actually. The first one is Legend of Bhagat Singh, Ajay Devgan's A.R. Rahman.
Yeah.
Those are good songs. Then we listen to Bose. That is also A.R. Rahman. That is a movie by Shyam Benegal. The Bose, the Forgotten Hero.
Right.
That has great songs. And the third one is Anand Matta. So they have the Vande Mataram songs, and then there is a song called Jai Jagdish. That's a very, very powerful song. So I think each listen will be around 1 hour. And then I have to walk for around 10 hours. So in a way, in my mind, I think if I can listen to these songs in the loop, they will take me home. And it's not DJ walking. It is all their blessings and energy that is in my body, I think, taking me through. And the pain is, there is pain. I think I'm not saying there is no. The body gives up and the mind takes over. And when the mind takes over, all these great people come into my mind and they take me through.
Amazing. I sincerely hope Neera Arya ji, as you mentioned, Veer Savarkar ji, Subhash Chandra Bose, and so many other people who are unsung of, bless us for this walk, because it does, as you mentioned, require an energy that's coming way higher than and way bigger than all of us to complete something.
Exactly. No, very well said. Yeah.
And sir, respectfully, if you say you aren't fit right now, I need to perhaps turn my fitness up a notch.
We recently had a half marathon. You kind of, you know how much I struggled. But yeah, I'm actually going for a workout program to be fit for. Last year I struggled the most. So this year I'm putting some effort, eating right, working out right.
Looking like a 28-year-old, absolutely, sir, you are.
Thank you.
So, sir, what are the objective of this year's walk? Because as you mentioned, you're going to be transitioning back to the sports perspective. And what are the ideas that are bigger than us that this walk represents?
I think first I'll talk about sporting as an ecosystem.
Yes, please.
Because sports is the confidence, the backbone confidence of this country. Sports gives us the whole, how do you put it? How do I say? There is nothing more than sports which builds the confidence. The moment, I think why people invest so much money into Olympics. I will take away cricket for some time because there is a lot of money spent. I think it is getting its attention, it is due. If you take away cricket, every other game today is a struggle. I think there is not enough funding. There is not enough support. There is a lot of politics. I'll walk through bit by bit. And sports represents the confidence of this country, and the confidence is very important. I think when we go and win 100 medals in Olympics, I think this country changes.
Right.
When, when Dhyan Chand ji got us medals in hockey, I think the entire country stood up for hockey. when a Neeraj Chopra gets a gold medal, I think lakhs of boys and girls pick up the javelin. When Saina Nehwal won the, became world number one, like again, tens of thousands of girls picked up the badminton racket. When PT Usha missed the bronze medal by a whisker, I think that encouraged a lot of girls from underprivileged backgrounds to take up running. So each of these individuals, I think, have changed the shape of sports in this country. So now there are always people who come once in like the whole generation and change the face of sport. So in every sport, there has always been one person in the whole generation of sports who has changed the sport. So Dhyan Chand ji did it for hockey. Kapil Dev in a way did it for cricket. Sunil Chetri is changing it for football. Saina Nehwal changed it for badminton. Prakash Padukone did it before her, but Saina Nehwal changed it for girls playing badminton. And PT Usha changed it for girls running. So now Jyoti Araji is changing something, definitely. Then, of course, PV Sindhu, of course, followed. But Saina Nehwal did the change. Reinforcements happen. But that first person who changes, support for them is very important.
True.
And this time we are going to focus on one such person who's going to change it for India in the Winter Olympics space. So India so far has not won a single medal in Winter Olympics.
Yeah, right.
A country of 1.5 billion people. There is this hope from Telangana. Her name is Nayana Talluri. So I think we will also speak to her father in this podcast. More from him about her. But this girl inspired me for this walk because she's all of 18 and she has already won like tons of medals.
Right.
I think the medals that you are seeing here are all her medals, which we'll speak about. But she has done so wonderful with zero support.
Wow.
And I will talk about the support a little bit. I want to touch this issue. For anybody playing in this country, first thing, our schools do not have sports. Even government schools. Forget private schools. Private schools are useless in general. They don't have a ground at all, right? I think parents think playing sports is like useless. That will come in the way of academics. There is no support at the ground level. And then I think as they are growing, we have one of the worst selection politics in the world when it comes to sports. Even today, I think even at the lowest levels, talent gets wasted. I think you are nipped in the bud.
Right.
And this is more like, okay, if I'm conducting the selections, let's say what happens is sports teachers conduct the selections in their schools because that guarantees them some seats. Then somebody says, I will sponsor food for this event. That selects a couple of seats. And I would like to tell a small story. We had funded a basketball court. So I had gone to inaugurate the basketball court. And then there was a girl who was in that school and she was selected. And she played horrible because the court was built 1 month ago. And she had hardly played. And they selected her in place of somebody who was playing very well.
Why?
And finally they came and said, sir, are you happy? We selected her. I said, like, what do you mean? No, you wanted her to get selected, right? I said, like, have I told you? I said that this girl from our school is playing, she's not at all playing good. Then there is another girl who had, without a basketball court, she had learnt putting a basket, like, her father had installed a basket to the wall of the house. She had only done wall practice and she was doing so well. And you basically left her and selected our student. And I told them, please don't do this. If we are, I said, I think my confidence in sports goes so low because if we are doing these politics at such a low level, I can only imagine at the higher level. So as they go higher level, I think it's about a lot of coaches come there on influence. A lot of coaches today do not know the sport. I think it's networking and contacts. And who are the people sitting in the associations? Most people who are sitting in the associations do not know anything about sport. They don't know anything about sports. They don't know anything about administration. I'm not generalizing. There have been exceptions. But majority of the people do not know anything about the sport. They know nothing about administration. And most of the people sitting in the association are politically unemployed. These are the people. They have cars. They go around, trips, all of it. But then it's a lot of money. By the way, even to send a physiotherapist to the Olympic scored in Bahamas. I think the country spends 30 lakh rupees. So it's a lot of money. I'm not disagreeing the fact, but a lot of undeserving people get in there.
Right.
Meritorious. I can imagine in academics, I think you can do all this fooling, but in sports,
Yeah.
it's so merit-oriented. It's about how fast you run, how many baskets you put, all of it, right?
Yeah.
How well you played as a defender. In this place, I think if you're introducing so much of politics,
It's not fair.
what is the point? Do you know one thing? I think our sports teachers do not have a sports test. Our sports teachers in government schools are recruited based on a written test.
I think it's not that different in public schools either, but
No, I'm talking about public schools.
Right.
Private schools, forget it. In private schools, most private schools, sports teachers are glorified clerks.
Yeah.
Their job is to, arrange for prayer, check nails, check shoes. I think that's what we have done. And
Yeah.
the result is very clear.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's about the sporting ecosystem. I don't want to take the focus from Nayana. So Nayana, you'll know more about her, but what she has done is amazing. One thing that inspired the most is, I think, her father,
Right.
Mr. Narayan Rao. He has, I think, his story is amazing. I think more than what I'm talking today, I think the listeners should wait for the next segment where he
Right.
will talk. What they have done, I think, I look at Indian sport ecosystem in two ways. One, where a lot of our associations and government waits until, again, there are exceptions, but in general, majority, I'm speaking for the majority, they wait until the finish line. As soon as they cross the finish line, somebody will come and give a check and all the attention gets shifted. That is one of the most corrupt things. I would urge the governments to give it in private. I'm like, you have not built an ecosystem.
Yeah.
At the end of it, you come and give a check. And it's not like you're giving your money. You're giving taxpayers' money.
Yeah.
And then getting all the credit,
Yeah.
which is very wrong. I think that is killing the spirit of the whole ecosystem.
True.
Please don't do it. Our sports, I would represent it as a broken chair with a sharp edge, which is resting on the thighs of our Indian parents who are bleeding. The sharp edge is basically now resting on the thighs of our Indian parents, and they are bleeding for our sporting ecosystem. 99% of the credit for our athletes should go to the parents, not anything else. Yes, things are improving, far away from international standards, far away. You should see how I think when our district level people, I think this was shown for a state level team, right? How they get to sleep in like a one room. I think 12 people have to sleep.
Stop it.
They get like general train tickets. They have to sit. I'm like, is this the way? Can't you even get a sleeper coach ticket for our athletes? Proper food.
Yeah.
They don't ask a lot, right? They ask very minimal stuff. At least, see, take care of their training, take care of their nutrition. And they are sports people. I think they can upskill and like go and work anywhere. I think the amount of mental strength that they have gained, the resilience they have gained, they can apply it elsewhere.
Right.
But make sure, take away that risk from parents. Like today, parents are selling properties, they are selling their gold, they are pledging their properties, all savings. And finally, the chances of making it in the sport is like what? In some sports, it's 1 in a lakh. And how many people will succeed? There is also an element of luck. And if it doesn't work out, many parents, I think many people who have stood on the Olympic podium in this country, they are probably now, doing some menial jobs. And this is the failure of our ecosystem. I'm not saying like government has to kind of go and adopt all of them. Make sure, I think, you cover the risk. Rest of it, I think it is our responsibility to take care of our life.
Right.
You don't have to sit and feed us, but give them the dignity of good training. Give them the dignity of respect, self-respect. Give them good nutrition. Take care of them during the injury because they are doing it for the country.
Yeah.
There is a lot more for the country than the sports athlete themselves. Right? When they win, they say, I won this medal for India.
Yeah.
Right? When athletes are doing so much for India, what is India doing for athletes? That's my question. And this time, whatever funds we raise, all of it will go to Nayana's tournament expenses. I think she needs a whopping 25 to 30 lakhs per year because she does all international travel.
Right.
She has started winning medals in international circuits. And this without zero support from, again, if any associations are watching, I think I really request you that, I think, don't take this against the athlete. I think this is my opinion, personal opinion. And please make sure, I think, please make sure, I think this person, our Winter Olympics is in 2030.
Right.
And we have 4 more years. I think she is looking super good. With the right support, she can change the history for Winter Olympics in India.
Would be a dream.
And this will be a defining moment, like what Dhyan Chand ji did, Kapil Dev did, Prakash Padukone did, PT Usha did, Saina Nehwal did, Neeraj Chopra did. We have another great athlete coming, and as Indians, it is our loss if we don't support her.
DJ, you mentioned a small statement which is looping in my head. You mentioned we need perhaps 100 medals to cause a change. But don't you also think we need a change to result in the 100 medals? Where, suppose, giving some insights to the users, giving some insights to all the associations that are watching, where do we start to ensure that the loop is created?
Very, very good question. See, India is also a country where money is flowing now. We are not a poor country anymore.
Yeah.
People have money. And I think for a lot of my friends who make 8-figure salaries, at least like they make few lakhs per month, you can bring a change. The easiest change you can bring is go to the nearby private school, government school. Find a good sports teacher. If the sports teacher is dedicated, fund them with all the equipment. Because today a good sports teacher spends 3 to 4 months of their salary on giving equipment. Government gives bare minimum. They give very, very bad equipment and then they boast it. Not enough. Every school needs at least 1 to 2 lakhs every year. So 10 of you friends get together. Tell yourself that, hey, you know what? We go for these trips. We basically drink, eat, stay in a resort. Forgo one trip. For everybody, right? All people in the corporate, if you forgo one of your travels, every public school will get sports equipment. Start from there. First, that is the most important thing. I think if you don't do it, then I think everything else is let our children play. I'm like, your obsession with medals and ranks, I think let it die for some time. Though I said 100 medals, I think the result is important. First, equip all government schools with sports material because they are the only ones with grounds. Private schools anyway charge lakhs. I think they have to do it. Go to like the 7 lakh odd schools and give them sports equipment. After you give an equipment, I think there will always be, if you're a group of 10 people, there will be one person who is more dedicated than anybody else.
Yeah.
Put that person to monitor. Let that person go visit the schools or call these people and see what is happening. And now what happens is, now you have built the lowest level, you have supported. That is the most important thing. Level 0. From there, see which of the people have done well.
Right.
Keep in touch with the sports teacher. They will tell, hey, you know what, I think we won in the district level. This girl got selected for district level. Now what has happened is it's a funnel.
Right.
Then the same 10 friends, right? Now, with time, you have also started earning more. Correct? 10 people adopt one school. Then whoever has done well, district level, now fund them a little more. Talk to a few more people and fund them a little more. Then again, they will go to state level. Again, your salaries would have increased or you can get in a few more people. You have time.
Yeah.
10 people can change it for a school.
Right.
Because it's bare minimum. See, if you in Bangalore, if you go out for dinner, I think today you're spending 2,000-3,000 per person. And if the drink, it is 4,000-5,000 easily. We are only asking for you to let go of one outing.
Right.
One outing for you can be the sports future for this country. Right? And if you have the trouble of like finding the school, talk to us. We'll connect you. We're not saying we'll sit and do all the work for you. We'll connect you to the school. It has to be distributed effort. It cannot be centralized effort. And then I think as they come to state level, I think fund them more. Once they go to the country level, I think country will take care. But until then, I think we need to build the system. So start from the school. That is your funnel. That is your lead generation pipeline. From there, as people go up, keep supporting them until they reach India level and change will happen. Because at the same time, I think people might be wondering this, it will cost more money. You will not spend a lot of money because the amount of people who go to the top will be less.
Right.
But you will build a healthy country. You will build a confident country. And then I think they don't have to depend upon anybody.
Right.
See, people have gone through terrible, I think I know a lot of people who have pledged everything they have. They're taking personal loans at an interest of 60% per year.
Wow.
Yeah, 5% a month. That is what takes. So let us not do that. I think we are a self-sufficient country. Open up your wallets. Money is very important. And today we are in a position to open up our wallets. It's not a big deal. I'm like, if you take Nayana's case today, right? I have a lot of friends that work in US. How difficult is Nayana's, like I think funding for Nayana, right? I think it is very, very simple. The same logic, if you take it. If let's say 20 of the people I know or I don't know who is listening to this podcast. In US today, if a family of 4 goes out for a lunch or dinner.
Mm.
That's roughly $150, $200. Okay? A family of 4. Let's say if 2 people go out, it's $100. If 20 families decide to let go of one outing a month,
Mm.
Nayana's case is taken care. And this is not a girl who's like at the lowest levels. I think she is at the highest level for this country. See, as simple as this, right? If 20 families give away one outing, her funding is taken care.
Right.
Put $100 in her account and she will make India proud. And that is very good karma for you as well. That's all we need. We need 20 families to change her future.
Right.
Can we do that? So it has to be a distributed effort. It has to be an inclusive effort. It has to be an effort for the country.
Right.
I'm like, I think, what is the big deal? We spend money on such idiotic things. Correct? I'm not judging everyone, but I think if you look at your expenses, there is something that you can cut.
Definitely.
Correct. So please cut it.
Yeah.
Any Indian earning well, if they are not contributing, I would say I will judge them. Because paying taxes is your duty.
Right.
But there is beyond duty, there is a responsibility on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Because you could see what is karma, right? I think there was something good that would have happened, and you are aware of it, and you are capable of it, yet you did not.
Yeah.
It's as simple as there was a person who was dying out on the road with an accident. He was bleeding, and you did not pay attention. That will add to your karmic debt. This is also your karmic debt. I'm not trying to guilt trip anyone. This is karmic debt.
Yeah.
Their body is bleeding. Here, their spirit and mind is bleeding.
Right.
So we have a responsibility, and we don't need anybody. See, society is bigger than the government.
Yeah.
And society has always taken this country forward. It is not the government that has taken our country forward. It is our society. It's ingrained dharmic values in us.
Yes.
And it's time to stand up.
Yeah. I think it's a very feasible and a very possible framework which all of our users can follow up with. And
are you going to do it, Vinayak?
I'll definitely try to. Okay. I will definitely try to. Because it becomes...
It's not this cause, but any cause.
Absolutely. Because it becomes... at the end of the day, our own Indic civilization has a history of funding all the schools from the farmers' produce. A lot of villages used to do it. And that's how our education system was very self-sustaining. Over time, yes, the Brits had completely eradicated it to fulfill their own agenda. But I think right now, as you mentioned, we have reached a position where we can start those things back.
The Brits left us long ago.
Absolutely.
The onus is on us now.
Exactly.
We can't blame them.
True.
Perpetual. Like forever, sorry.
Yeah. I think it's time to go back to our own roots and start something that is extremely self-sustaining.
Feel proud for the civilizations and take control. Take things under your control.
Absolutely. DJ, you've also mentioned the sports framework having a lot of redundant bureaucratic complexities to tone down the exact issues with it, which often result in a lot of pain for the parents. I, as a viewer, am not aware about it. I've seen a few movies that give a slight glimpse into it, but what is it that results, in a lot of pain to the athletes as well as the parents?
I'll make it a little easy for people to connect here, right? Virat Kohli has said it. So I think I can take his example. So once, I think, of course, it's not easy to provide gear. See, parents go through a lot of problems. I think they have to get up early. Their whole life revolves around the child when the child is an athlete. They have to drop them for practice. They have to buy gear. They have to pay the training fees. If they have to travel, they have to give them food is something that people don't understand. But I think your food expenses become like 3-4 people's food because you have to eat a lot of protein and right, every day they have to eat chicken, whatnot. When Virat Kohli had to represent, I think his state, I believe, I don't know exactly. They said he has to pay some money. And his father said, if you're good enough, I think you will play. So even somebody like him had to forego an opportunity. Virat is a once-in-a-lifetime player. Somebody like him will get a chance. You cannot ignore such talent. But should we put the pressure of that on everybody? So there are a lot of Virats who have probably stopped playing cricket and got into depression or whatnot. And I think this is the cost. I think for a lot of people who have pledged their everything, finally, see, it's very simple, right? It's the law of agencies. So in evolution, I think a higher agency has to take over from a lower agency for evolution. What is happening here? Parents are higher agency. They are at the bottom. Selectors and associations are higher agencies. But they are very weak agency. So when the order goes from a very higher agency, like now their spirit has to be, they're representatives of every parent and every athlete. And if they are corrupt, what else
Right.
can we think of? How will the sport go forward? If you are charging money for selections, it doesn't happen to every player, but again, you need to know someone, you need to either warm someone's hands, or at times I think lose your dignity and listen to them. Why should shouldn't parent be celebrated by the association?
True.
Because you are supporting a sport and I think they are the heroes, right? I think a parent goes through as much sacrifices or more than the athlete.
Right.
And they don't get any respect. They have to go and stand in front of these associations like, for a lack of a better term, subservient. Why should this happen?
Right.
Treat them as equals. Forget it, not treat them as equals, celebrate them. When they come in, make them sit in your office, get them a tea and biscuit, and I think tell them that they have done a good job. Isn't that your responsibility? Right? These are the people carrying the system.
Yeah.
You are an obstruction.
Yeah.
Or you can be a catalyst or an obstruction, but I think most people are not catalysts. They don't represent the sport. Most people in these associations have not played the sport. They know shit about sport and they know nothing about administration. So you put politically unemployed people in associations because you could not give them an MLA seat or MLC seat or whatever corporate seat. Now, don't worry, go to this association and roam around the world. This is not going to take sports further in this country.
True.
There has to be accountability, and again, for people, demand accountability. Have a press conference from the badminton associations people, put them in front of people, let the parents come, let everybody question them what they have done for the sport. Are we not paying their salaries from our taxes?
Yeah.
The problem is, I think we have stopped questioning. We have made politicians bigger than the society. Again, lower agency, higher agency. Society is the highest agency.
Yes.
Every politician is the servant of the society. Today they have become masters.
Yeah.
That has to go. That has to go at all levels. Today a simple officer will command so much respect, extra respect. Why? If I'm meeting the district collector, see, I work with this district collector in Chittoor. Wonderful gentleman. The way he treats us, I think that is what we would like to see. I talked about these 150 prosthetic limbs, right? The collector has worked harder than everybody else in this process. That is the sign of a leader.
Right.
If the associations work as hard as the parents, why can't the sport go forward? You're representing all of them.
Right.
You have to work hard. You cannot just wear a blazer and your shiny car and roam around. You have a lot of work to do.
Right.
Yeah.
DJ, I so ardently want to go talk about it, talk about this topic, on hours with you, but owing to the time constraint, I have a few rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
You are currently leading the fundraising and community at JTD. What are your main objectives from this Freedom Walk?
Couple of things. I think give as much money as possible. I think 25 lakhs is what I think Nayana's expenses are for traveling. Her father is a wonderful gentleman that we will speak to. I think she has education expenses. If some big industry can come and sponsor it, great. But the minimum we need is I think this 25 lakhs has to come. I know one fundraiser cannot get so much. I also make an appeal to a lot of CSRs who are watching this to kind of come forward and sponsor her because we can put your logo if you become a full sponsor. We can put your company logo, and I think there are a lot of construction companies in Bangalore. For them, it is a cakewalk. 25 to 30 lakh rupees is not a very big deal in the scheme of things. Correct. So I would urge everyone, because I will go all out. I think if you're doing a wedding, right, just dedicate if you're rich enough, I think say that, I think whatever funds come as in the envelope, I think give it to this child.
Right.
So wherever your funds are, whatever you wanted to do, if you wanted to do something in the name of your parents or grandfather, give it to this child. I think it will go to good use. But most important thing, the biggest thing is getting a sponsor. If not a sponsor, we can also go for an investment where you invest in her training for the next 4 years. And once, if she makes it big, which she mostly will, a percentage of her earnings will come to you. There is an option for sponsorship, there is an option for investment, but we need money. Right? I think her father has already exhausted all his savings. At this point in time, God forbid, if she has to pull out because of funding, I think India will lose it will take another generation for us to even think of it. Most of us don't know Winter Olympics. And yet there is one man who has worked so hard for this change. I don't want to steal credit from him. But for that man spirit, for that girl spirit, for the love of the country and for love of the sport of this country, come forward and support.
Yes. Narayana Rao sir is
Mm.
genuinely very empowering. Second question. Who can take part in this? Because I'm definitely
Sorry, it
sure-
was rapid fire and it was not rapid. I'll be rapid. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. The second question is the second rapid fire question is I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
along with myself, along with my friends,
Hmm.
along with a lot of viewers, we are going to be extremely inspired. Can we take part in this work?
Definitely. I'll ask you, like, for example, you buy this Indian flag.
Hmm.
So this time, I think, try to kind of buy a smaller
Hmm.
flag
Hmm.
and whatever money you save,
Hmm.
put it here. Everybody, we will open up fundraisers in one for abroad and one for India.
Hmm.
Anybody can just take their phone with the UPI, app. You can donate to this fundraiser. So whatever you could donate. It's a crowdfunding thing, and you donate, send it to all your friends, tell them that they should donate, and it's always the larger number of small funds which is always supported.
Right.
So in this country, that's the framework.
Yes.
Please open your wallets.
And can we take part in the walk too?
If you want to subject yourself to 3 days of torture, please come.
Definitely.
We will show no mercy. And if you're someone who will make us stop in the middle, please don't come.
Got it.
Like if you're somebody even with a cramp or with with chafing, muzzle pull, you can still continue walking. You're welcome, but you cannot slow down the pace. We walk, we only rest for food, and that too 15-20 minutes. Otherwise, it is like 10 to 12 hours of walking every day.
Right.
So it's a humble request, because if you sit for one person, then I think, and that's why I would generally walk alone.
Definitely,
Yeah.
DJ. It's hard to match your fitness levels, as I already mentioned. But got it.
Mm.
So I understood the JTD's objective. Is Narayana sir also joining the work, and what is his objective?
I think I spoke to him yesterday and he was like, I want to join the walk. It's for my daughter.
Oh.
And I think him walking is good because he'll become the main person for the walk. And I would love to play the second fiddle
Hmm.
in this 10th annual Freedom Walk.
Another question I had is, what is uncapped? You mentioned
Hmm.
gaining funding for uncapped players is very.
Uncapped is somebody who has not yet, gotten selected for the Indian team. So there are two girls who have gotten a sponsorship of $50,000 who have not yet played for India. So we have two wonderful gentlemen. One, we will break that news very soon on our social media channels. We just signed the contract. But yes, $50,000 investment for two athletes who have not played for India yet.
Right. Wonderful.
And they were 11 and 9 when we got the sponsorship.
Nice. Very.
Because we need that at the early age.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's zoom out a little. Some of our viewers might be budding sports personnel. What are some of the challenges that they can face on their journey, and what are some ways they can overcome it? If you can just tell in.
Work as hard at funding. Funding is like one thing, everything else is one thing. So focus on funding. The point is, if you don't focus on funding from day one, don't get into very sympathetic side of things. Be more intelligent and start thinking about this. I think the moment I think your child starts showing the spark, when the coach will always tell you, a good coach will always tell you there is a spark, start working on the funding. Don't wait till the last minute.
Got it.
So again, for the parents, I think it's also, in the sense, I think it is equally your responsibility to get funding. You have to work very, very hard. Don't get dejected. Anybody giving the money will have a say. And people might say things which is probably not respectful. Money is important, not the words.
Right.
Most donors are good. 1 or 2% will basically put down your, I think, dignity.
Right.
But what is most important, when you are wearing a fundraising hat, self-respect goes for a toss. You're not raising funds for yourself.
Yeah.
You're raising funds for the cause. So don't be dejected.
Right.
There are more rejections in fundraising.
Hmm.
So if you are somebody who gets upset, this is not for you.
This is for the players.
And as a parent, if you cannot get the funds for your child, if you cannot secure funds, then I think there is no point.
Got it.
Yeah, and know how much money it will cost. Talk to people, talk to athletes who have gone to the highest level and understand what kind of funding will be needed. Plan early.
Got it.
See, it is like planning your education. If you are sending your child abroad, I think you start putting some money on the side, right? Athletes will also, athlete parents will also have to do that.
Right. in my information, lakhs and even crores of CSR funding is released for sports infrastructure in India. If so much is released, why is it still not giving results that we had all hoped for?
I don't think the funding is going to sports at all. Very little. I don't think there are many organizations which are putting their. I think Reliance Foundation is doing a great job. JSW is doing a great job. And I don't think like the small ones, which have like 5 to 10 crores of funding, they don't look at sports at all. See, because what happens is with sports, it's very difficult to show the result. I distributed books, I distributed bags, which are very much needed. Especially in some space, I think the social capital is built very easily. The persons with disability thing we do. People are like, I think, very happy to contribute to those causes because it connects to you very fast. You need a different level of acumen, and I think you need a long-term thinking for this country, which is, again, a minority.
Right.
And I urge all the CSRs to kind of, I think, there are a lot of people in the vicinity. And I think if there is any CSR head or a committee member watching this, please talk to us. We know these hidden gems. There are tons of them. They need the support.
That's right. For a woman who is listening to this today, who is talented but feels very boxed in, who feels like her opportunities aren't there, what is your honest advice to her?
Love academics as much as sport. I understand that you cannot do both, but your sport teaches you a lot of things. Along with your sports, either think of, if you are very academically inclined, make sure you finish your degree and get a job. If you are good at sports, I think you will be a great manager. So invest a lot in management education. Because most of these people, if they go for an MBA, because going through degrees, okay, if they do an MBA, they can do very good at management.
Right.
Because mentally their resilience is another level. Or think of a business. Because you are very enterprising.
Right.
As an athlete, you are very enterprising. You own a lot of things and you have those skills. Don't get scared. Don't get dejected, right? See, I think some athletes get 5-star treatment. Not everyone will get it. Means in China, I think there are a lot of people who go back to their waitress jobs after getting a gold medal, right? And in India today, I think you are giving a lot of money to these people. There are only 2 or 3. The day we start winning like 100 medals, I think government can also not afford. This 10 crores, 20 crores will stop at some point. Because it will also not generate a lot of social capital for the government.
Right.
Correct? Today it generates a lot of social capital, so they give these money. In fact, when PV Sindhu won the silver medal, Carolina, who won the gold, she did not even get like 10% of what PV Sindhu got. She was like, I won the gold from Spain, because Spain is a very sporting country, right? That will happen to India as well. Having a backup is your responsibility. Don't cry if you don't have a backup. And if you chose to only focus on sport and then you don't have anything else, it's your responsibility more than anybody else's.
True.
It's not the country's responsibility to feed you.
Right.
You should look for an alternative.
Right. As someone who is working for a cause this size, what's your dream for India?
My dream for India, I'm too small a person to make a dream for India. But I'll probably answer it in a very abstract way. This country, this civilization, right? Again, the country is not the right representation for India. It is a civilization. This civilization has led the world. And it was quite a peaceful world when this civilization was driving the world. And that's where the name Vishwaguru comes in, which people mock us at. It is not an RSS thing. Vishwaguru is an Indian civilization thing, which RSS adopted, right? For this world to be, I think you see what's happening around the world. The whole Abrahamic cultures. I wouldn't even call it a culture. The Abrahamic concepts, what they have done, the otherization has done. You did a podcast. It is only controlling the world, and I think there is so much of killings and so much of exploitation. Look how Trump got the Venezuela president out. It's that easy. I think when our civilization starts guiding the world will be a better place. Because we are the only civilization which did not go and invade anybody.
Right.
This is the only civilization, so rich. So the dream is every child in India grows up with our civilizational values than Aesop's fables or anything else. I think we have enough.
Right.
The day we are truly Indian in our upbringing and heart, I think that would be my dream.
Perfect. And the last question. GSW and Reliance, as you mentioned, are the only 2 big private names that are doing serious work in this domain. Why is that list so short?
I think it is a lack of, again, our companies and our government represent people. It's always that. You always get a society, whatever is the, society gets what it deserves. first let us bring in the change through ourselves.
Hmm.
I think when we change, everybody else has to change.
Hmm.
Correct. When companies know that so many people are investing in sports,
Hmm.
first I think make your child play.
Right.
Don't put them into the stupid tuitions after school. Means I think my child goes, but I think goes for extra classes. But I think that's by our choice. The amount of academic pressure we are putting. What is school? School is a jail with uniforms, and we pay the money, right? 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Which child will sit on a bench for 8 hours?
Hmm.
It's torture.
Hmm.
This is a stupid British system which wanted gulams for them.
Yeah.
Why are we still following that? Make academics like a 3-4 hour thing. Second half should be only sports and activities. Why will our children not be happy?
Right.
They come back from 8 hours of jail, then they are sent to tuitions. How can a child go through like 12 hours of this torture every day and we expect them to be happy? So yeah, I hope.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that concludes a lot of topics and leaves room for a lot of topics to be discussed. But yes, now we'll be talking to Narayan Rao sir, who is an amazing personality. I'm genuinely excited to talk to him and get his views about the topic. And thank you, DJ.
Thank you. Yeah, Narayan sir has inspired me too, and I think like viewers should really hear him out.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, parents are the backbone and the pole bearers of any aspiration a child has. They go through their own set of sacrifices for a vision that's bigger than them. That's for their offspring, and a part of them, a part of them which is very dear to them. DJ has mentioned a lot of importance that parents have in the role of creating extremely successful sports personnel, and we have also realized how significant of a role they play in any kind of a framework where the child has to succeed, that the next generation has to succeed. We now have Narayan Talluri sir, who is the father of Nayana Sri Talluri, and yeah, I just can't wait to start the discussion with him. Dear sir, please tell us about yourself, your background, and what's been driving you through all of this.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
It's started by Naina, this sport. Actually, basically, before I worked with some company, and my wife also, she's working there. Both are working, is engaged. So I have only one daughter. Her complete her school, and I engaged some point of time. That is the reason we started to her fun as a sport.
Right.
That is the skating. Then after later, her coach will her interest of the sport, and then we'll continue that sport, and we'll start it that sport in continue. And after later, we training will start that first in 2017. She started this sport.
Right.
And
so did Nana always find winter skating, the short skating, extremely extremely interesting since childhood, or was it like a development that she had after she started with skating and the coach suggested?
Yeah, starting it's a little bit less, but after coach will suggest to me, you can. She is learning it's very quickly, and she will more training will happen. Then she will achieve the more medals.
Right.
The coach will suggest to me. Then only we started to her training different places like Delhi, Malaysia, Singapore, Korea, and Indonesia. Different countries we went and we trained to her.
Amazing.
I will achieve these medals.
Right. Just for the viewers' context, all of the medals shown here are of Nana. And to give some insight, let me read out the list of medals that she has won. The Southeast Asian Open Short Track Trophy at Singapore 2019. The Southeast Asian Open Short Track Trophy at Philippines 2018. The Philippine Short Track Training Camp Trophy at Philippines. The Southeast Asian Open Short Track Trophy at Singapore again at 2018. The Southeast Asian Open Short Track Trophy at Singapore Silver in 2020. The Southeast Asian Open Short Track Trophy at Singapore 2020 Silver. The Belarus Open Short Track Trophy at Belarus in 2019 a gold. The Belarus Open Short Track Trophy at Belarus in 2019 gold. And the list goes on. I think the half of the podcast can be covered with the list of medals she has gone. So that is who Nayana is. Someone who is extremely proficient at a sport, who will be representing India, hopefully in the Winter Olympics that's scheduled for 2030. And Yeah, it's in a sport that India has never heard of, India's never represented in. So, an Indian girl in winter sports is genuinely rare. And how did Nana get into this ice skating in the first place? What was the story behind, her sudden interest in it?
Actually started the roller skating before when I start that her sport is roller skating. After later coach will suggest to the ice skating is the Olympic game. She will grab to very technical easily. Then only we shifted to the ice skating, and later on she trying to better coaching different places, and she won a medals in the last 5 years. She is the constantly is a gold medalist in national, and Khelo India also last 4 years double gold medalist,
Right.
and she won a international in 17 medals.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, I'm also very curious. W- Keeping the sacrifices aside for just a second, what's your own favorite sport? And what kind of sports did you like to play? And what kind of a daily commitment did all of this actually take from your family?
Actually, I love sport in Coco.
Okay.
That is in village.
Right.
Actually, I am background is village background. I study in government school, but is Coco is my passionate game.
Right.
But nowadays, is cities is metro cities doesn't have in that sport,
Hmm.
and that is the reason her interest. We start that game.
Right. And what kind of a commitment did it require from a family to support Nana and her vision? What kind of changes did you have to make to your regular lifestyle?
Changes means is, before when I started and 1 to 2 years that much of sacrifice is not there. When she went in international level, that time we need to more training. That is the reason last 4 years I quit my job. I dedicated my daughter, and yeah, different places. Like I stay with every year. I went in South Korea in 3 months, and 1 month I stay in Indonesia, and 1 month in Singapore, and 1 month in Malaysia. We train them there, different place, and she reached this place like
Boss.
this.
That's some amazing level dedication. I can only imagine what sacrifices would it have to take. Sir, if I may, how did you secure the funding? Because international trips are expensive and very pricey. Without the right support, it becomes a huge burn in the pocket. So, how did you secure the funding? What were the pains that you had as you were supporting Nana through this journey?
But funding is we don't have any. We take the personal loans. We keep the gold loans and keep the gold and this thing. And now she is training in abroad in Canada, Calgary. We are taking the education loan also as well as so much of funds we sell in my land.
Right.
Actually, I have a little bit my wife name in on land is there.
Mm.
We sold out in last year.
Uh,
That's we are facing financially some struggling.
It's painful to hear, sir, especially when someone is representing India at such a huge level and someone who has consistently proved a worth through all the medals that we have seen. It's sad to know that there are so many financial issues that someone who's supporting such a big dream faces. Sir, you had mentioned about the Airbnb story where she was going abroad for competing and you couldn't accompany her and you guided her through a video call. Could you please take us through the story once?
Actually, 2025, her microseconds, she qualifying the Junior World Cup. From the microseconds, she lost that event in India. That time is two events is happened by Germany, the Rostock, and Hungary. Hungary is Budapest.
Right.
These two places is events is happen. That time we got a visas, but is very expensive. I can't affordable that one. That is the reason I send it to her. She's minor only, but visa that when it is German embassy, single minor will not give it to the visa,
Right.
but only for major or parent, any coach, any company, then they give it to the visa. But I taken the visa, but I take the visa, but I can't afford that much of money because of so almost in the traveling is 3 lakhs per head travel expensive. That is the reason I unable to I spend that money. That is the reason I sent to her alone, and every place 24/7 I available with WhatsApp and video call, where she travel, where is she going. She going to the hotel, or she going to the ring arena, or training, or practice and competition. Everything I can monitoring here only
Wow.
in India.
That's so hard.
That is
Thanks, sir. What were some worries that you had as a parent, especially sending someone who's a minor abroad? Your wife, she would have also had some
Yeah,
worries because
definitely.
my mom is very concerned when I'm going out for 4 hours also. So, what were some worries that you had? And how did you deal with those?
The worries means is very insecure. I am sending in daughter
Right.
in some other place.
Hmm.
Nowadays is we sending it our home at our hometown also we can send it in alone.
Hmm.
We have some insecure.
Right.
We are sending in international.
Exactly.
That is we don't know who is there, who are there, what is
Yeah.
happening there. But we are personally we strong believe that okay she can manage everything to her games.
Right, sir. Sir, I think there was also a time which you mentioned where it was very late. I think 1 a.m. in the night, and she was I think a little late to the Airbnb. What was that story again?
Yeah, actually she when she went in Germany, the time is the flight is delay. Flight is landed in 11 I think 11:30 p.m. in midnight, and she traveled to Airbnb hotel. That hotel will be so far, like 7 to 8 kilometers far. That time doesn't have in cabs. That time she traveled to some catch in the drum,
Oh,
and she reached in I think almost early morning 1 a.m. When she landed in airport to when she reached that hotel, we are into video call only in WhatsApp video call. We monitoring that where she is, where how to she reach the hotel. Then after 30 minutes, the owner will give it to the key her. The 30 minutes also we will wait for that. Midnight, no one owner will not respond properly.
right.
That is very difficult to send it to her alone.
Yeah. I can't even say that I understand. It's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of pain that you go through. Sir, as she is representing India on an international level, as she is someone who is going to be someone who is an inspiration to so many Indians. What do you think of Indians? And what do you think our society treats a sport like this? And isn't it unfortunate that so very few people know about it?
Yeah, because of India only for think about the only cricket is a sport. Rest of the sports will only for game. They are not treating as a sport.
Hmm.
Like so many times we so many games, not only ice skating, but so many games they treat as a game. It's not a sport. Like because of I don't know why people are think like this, but because one thing our nation, but only August 15th or January 26th only flag hosting. That time only people are salute the Indian flag.
Hmm.
But only one person that in the sports person only 365 days anywhere across the world in going to the event or participating everything, they keep the heart their Indian flag. Not only our nation, across the world. The only one person in the sports person only proud to Indian flag to other country.
Right. Right. Absolutely, sir. What are the different ways in which us as a society, in which, including me, including the viewers, we can support such sports, in your eyes?
Like supporting means is if any companies, any sponsorships, like when any sports person when achieve, then only comes to sponsors and government support and everything will happen.
Right.
But when when the sports person reaching the national level, you can support to what are the training purpose and nutrition and that particular sport in development. Definitely reach the some world level and Olympics. They can reach the Olympics.
Right. I'll talk a lot about this when we come to the Freedom Walk segment. But sir, what are some pains that you carry that not many people know about as a parent, as a father, as a person on his own who is so inspiring? What are some pains, what are some sacrifices that you carry that nobody asks you about?
Like the freedom freedom walk is actually DJ sir. I told to I'm going to the so and so this freedom walk. I said, and okay, I can join with them. The cause, very good cause. I think I can help to my daughter also. That is the reason I can join that the freedom walk. I told to DJ sir.
Right. Right. And what are your objectives from the Freedom Walk? What do you think, or what message are you trying to communicate using the Freedom Walk?
If it is that freedom walk, if any contribute anyone sponsoring any support,
Right.
will get no. That is a main goal of the sponsoring.
Right. Sir, and as an individual, you would have a lot of pains on your own. You would have made a lot of sacrifices. Can you tell us some of those? As a parent of someone who is such a aspirational sports player, what are some pains? What are some sacrifices that you had gone through?
The pains means is definitely is every day we have a pain. I think like how to explain that I didn't understand. But sacrifices means definitely uh, last 8 years onwards when started her sports career, that day onwards everything my daily schedule is early morning 4:30 wake up my time, and morning 6 to 4:30 to 7 o'clock her training program, 7 to 8 she went to the school, and after finish the 3 o'clock, and 4 to 7 o'clock for again training and come back. I don't have any other works and I don't do any other job. I can't spend to my personal life also. I can't spend in personal life any enjoyments, any tours like that. Everything is her sport only.
Right. And how does it feel, when you're working for your success?
Now is okay, but I say proudly is I'm a father of Nayana Sri. I say that is a very proudly say that.
Right. I can see the pride coming out. It's extremely inspiring indeed. Sir, what would your message be to different sports person out there who are aspiring to win for India? What would be your small message to all of them?
But if it is any sport, you can encourage the lower level. Then definitely so many sports persons will get the world level or in Olympic level.
Right.
They can achieve. Definitely, I think
Right. Right. Definitely, sir. So, what are some things that we in our youth can learn from Nayana, who's your daughter? Because having an achievement like her is very rare. And I personally feel very inspired from her. I haven't gotten the opportunity to talk to her yet. But as you are present, what are some things that we as the youth can learn from her?
Len means is a main is a dedication, passionate, and main focus in dedication.
Right.
The particular sport is a dedication, and that sport need to passionate,
Right.
and how to learn that how to carry the our flag to
Right.
world level.
Right.
That is the main. Anyone can learn it to help.
Right. Right. Definitely, sir. Sir, again, as a parent, there are multiple other parents, including my own. I know the sacrifices my mom and dad have made for a lot of my small achievements. To so many parents who are working towards their child's success, what would be your message to them? And how would you suggest they go through their own set of sacrifices?
Yeah, because every parent actually parents all parents are not sacrificed to her child,
Right.
because of everyone nowadays is everyone doing that. You can you can go to the college, you can study.
Right.
Everyone saying that study only.
Mm.
You complete your education, you go to the job. The only two things only they are doing. But sports is there. But one every parent will not think about the children will grow the sports also.
Right.
They are not thinking parents. That should be happen to every parent.
Right.
Then only the education is not a main role.
Right.
Knowledge, general knowledge.
Yes.
Main knowledge is important.
Yeah.
When gain the knowledge, definitely children will grow their
Right.
life.
Right, sir. Through Nayana's childhood, how did you ensure that you support her with this respect, with this infrastructure, providing her the right knowledge, not ensuring she only does education?
No, because of starting, we send it to her same education only.
Right.
Then when our free time, we send it to 2 or 3 hours engage. That the time we can start the sport. Then later when she increased that sport, particularly the ice skating, then she very much interest of the sport. That is the reason I started the encourage to her the sport.
Right.
That is the reason she achieved so many medals.
Right.
Because of, if it is I am not encouraged,
Yeah.
I can keep in my business and my job and my family, my wife job.
Right.
Then send it to her education.
Right.
It can't happen to this achievement.
Right. Right.
We are not. This is proud moment. We will not get. I will not get the proud moment.
Right. Absolutely, sir. In finance terms, we say high risk have high returns, but only a right person will know what risk will give what returns. And as a parent, you have really identified what kind of risk will ensure the best for Nayana. And we obviously see all the results. Sir, can you take us through the stories behind each of these medals? Because I'm very curious to know about, and I'm sure viewers would be too. Like, what are the stories behind the medals? As a parent, you would have seen each of those. You would have been very proud when she won those.
Yeah, these medals is actually the Jan 26, the Khelo India, the Winter Games is happened by the Leh Ladakh.
Right.
She won a double gold medal. Actually, the Khelo India is the last 4 years she is participating in Khelo India. Last 4 years she constantly is a double gold.
Wow.
And this 3 gold medal is 26th last month. She won a 3 gold, 1 silver medal.
Wow.
The last 5 years she constantly gold medal. Last 2 years triple gold.
Wow.
25 is a triple gold and 26 is a triple gold and 1 bronze medal.
Amazing, sir. Amazing. I think even I need to explore a lot of sports after feeling so inspired too.
Last year she won a Asian Open Championship held in Dehradun.
Right.
She won a 2 silver and 2 bronze medal.
Right.
She is our country.
Amazing, sir. Amazing. Are there any funny stories that are attached to these medals too? Like, I remember you mentioned for a diet you had to pack groceries from India and then send her.
Yes. We are traveling and with her training program in South Korea and Indonesia, Singapore. Our food is, we are not getting the food.
Yeah.
Actually, basically, their food is totally different.
Yeah.
Our food is very different. That is the reason we stay in 2 months, 3 months in there. That's we will not get the food, proper food. That is the reason I carry with India the rice and wheat, oil, everything except vegetables and chicken and meat. Rest of thing, everything will carry India only. Here only we'll pack the luggage and we'll go to carry that our check-in bag.
Wow.
And sometimes we courier also.
Wow.
Sometimes we'll take the courier.
Wow.
2 times we take the courier. That groceries are it's completed. That is the reason we bring it to the courier.
Amazing. And how frequent is this? Like monthly once?
No, yearly 3 months we stay there.
Oh, okay.
Every year, 23, 24, 25, every year 3 months when complete our school exam completed and again start the school and March ending, April, May, June. Stay there and July will come back.
Amazing, sir. Amazing. When she's staying so away, sometimes don't you feel like, oh, she's not there. She's not there to ask how she's doing, how she's feeling. Doesn't she also feel very homesick? You're like, no, I want to come back to India for a while. I want to relax here. How do you deal with those?
Definitely. So many times she asked to come back, but sometimes because of I am not entertained to local food. She eagerly wants to that food because of we went in practice and her goal achievement.
Right.
If we take the local food, no, she will any health issues,
Right.
any vomitings. That is the reason I am not entertained to her to local food.
Right.
That time she wants to go back to India. We'll come back in 1 month later, like that.
Right. Yeah, though I think those cravings will never keep our sides, but discipline, as you mentioned, is very important.
That is
Sir, 125 kilometers, that is too much for me also. And DJ sir is fit, he can do it. But it is generally tough. How do you find the motivation and the physical ability to cover 125 kilometers in 3 days during the Freedom Walk?
frankly telling, I am a village background. We are farming, actual agriculture. We are doing and when I am childhood,
Right.
I do that agriculture works are these all works. Nothing will 120 kilometers is not a problem. I can do it. It's not a overconfident.
Right.
Okay, this is a better. It's one of my daughter cause.
Right.
The raise this cause.
Right.
Definitely, I need to participate.
Right.
Then I need to proud to. This is our responsibility. It's my responsibility.
Exactly.
That is the reason I want to join this cause.
Right. Absolutely. That is very inspiring indeed, sir. Sir, there are so many of me. A lot of my friends I am very hopeful of. There are so many of the viewers who want to support Nana, fulfill her achievement, fulfill her ambition. How can we support her?
Like whatever it is, the cause raise, the freedom walk. What is that raise? No, please support to my daughter, and what is the process is going on. Please follow that one.
Right.
That's
Perfect, sir. She's going to win, and the sponsorship is coming. And this is happening. As her father, what is your dream for India and the Indian sports ecosystem?
if it is sponsors is coming and she achieved what our goal is Olympic. If it is she achieved the Olympic level, definitely what she earn, like name will anyhow will achieve her name. But any financially she earn the something, no, definitely some percentage will give it to the next level, whatever it is sport.
Right.
Who are the international level, world level and Olympic level, who are going to then, definitely she will promote to herself.
Right. Right. Sir, you are the father. The mother has her own pains. What has Veena mom gone through that has often not come out? That her sacrifices in the whole story. Can you shed some light on that too?
Yeah, her sacrifices nowadays is IT employees. Definitely they doesn't have any leaves and they don't have
Yeah.
trips or they are not engaged to one. But definitely she miss when we are going to the abroad. Definitely she miss. It should be definitely sacrifice is need.
Right.
Her one goal is there. That goal she need to achieve. Definitely mother also she need to sacrifice.
Yeah. And sir, I'm not a sports person, but I am very familiar with the idea of anxiety and stage fright. When someone is representing India at such a high level and going to competitions where so many people who have put so much effort have come in, doesn't Nana feel a little timid, a little scared sometimes?
No. She doesn't know any tennis. Anyone. If it is world champion also once upon a time last Calgary, world champion and Nayana also competitor one event.
Oh wow! And who won?
She's in some Belgium name I don't know.
Right, got it. Amazing, sir. I think I have a lot of things to learn from Nana too. Hopefully, I'll have a podcast with her where I can ask her a lot of questions.
Right.
Sir, no one in the country in this sport has won as many medals as Nana. And if she represents, she's going to be the first Indian representing in the Winter Olympics. As a father of her, as someone who has supported her so much, what is your message to the viewers and all of us watching as Indians?
Actually, she last 8 years she won so many medals in a national and international also. She won so many medals, but last 8 years she done so much of achievements. Now she is going to the Winter Games, the Winter Olympic. We need a support from the any companies like CSR activities Like this is the end period. Actually, the Olympic level, she is going to that end level. Need more money to her future training program and nutrition and diet and everything. She need a more main important is training and equipment. This is the main important. This is the final time. This is the reaching to Olympics, the Winter Olympics. India doesn't have anyone participated until now. She is the first Indian girl to participating Olympic level. We need a more support from the any companies CSR activities, whatever it is. As of now, I so many years I done so much of amount, but now I don't have that much effort financially. Please support to her, and she will definitely proud our country or proud our which company will sponsors. Definitely that proud moment also you will get that feel. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, sir. It was a genuine pleasure to talk to you. Speaking to such a great personality sheds a lot of insights in a lot of things. DJ, we just completed a segment with such an inspiring person, Narayana sir. What are your final takes?
I think Nayana is like 18. My daughter is 15. I don't tear up that easily. I think today, even when my uncle died, I think like last month, I didn't cry. When I was listening to Narayan Rao sir, I think I teared up a bit. So I would like to admit that on
Makes
this,
the two of us.
podcast. Yeah, thank you. It was very, very emotional, right? I think seeing because I can identify his journey as a father. It breaks your heart. And I think what Narayan Rao sir has done is very brave. It's not very easy for a father to come and ask for support. And he has done that. I think for that, he has to get huge kudos.
Right.
And it is the need of the hour. So, yeah, I'm a product ops manager. So I'll talk in terms numbers now. See, so far, this family, this lower middle class family has taken so much effort for our country, right? I think you can say it is their daughter, but I think like they've done it for the country. Most importantly, they have spent close to 1 crore, and it's not easy. And the kind of struggle he has gone through means I think we should do a dedicated podcast with him on this. I think it's a shame that we are mixing it, but I think we should do something full length, like a 2-hour podcast. That will be a good guide for many parents. So coming to the actual point, they have already spent 1 crore. They have brought it to a point where I think she's ready to strike. And this is the time where I think we all should get together. It is our responsibility. Narayan Rao sir has done everything that he could, and now I think we have to take up. I think it's our responsibility as a country to take this forward. So next 4 years is crucial for her. She is already studying in Calgary, Canada. There are educational expenditures, and traveling is going to become only more expensive with oil prices, whatever. I think everything that's happening around the world. So the whole point is 2 crores. Around, I think, is funding. She will need at least 2 crores in the next 4 years. We can do this freedom walk and raise awareness, but freedom walk is not going to give us everything.
Right.
So whether some CSR has to come in and adopt her expenses, please do. If there is a company which wants to put a label, believe me, I think like you will reap the benefits. If you're a company and putting your label on her jersey, I think you are gaining more than what she will. So please come forward. And for people who are watching this, whatever little that you could this Independence Day, put it into this fundraiser. So let us make sure with this fundraiser we take care of her expenses for the year. But then this awareness, you will be working for many companies. You will have friends who are in CSR committees. Go and talk to everybody. It is just a message. Hey, I watched this podcast. We will have short clips. Send it to them. Just make sure you all contribute to get India, to make India get its first Olympic medal in Winter Olympics. That's all my request is.
Right. I think after hearing about such a wonderful person, seeing the medals, seeing the stories behind it, seeing the sacrifices of a man who has given up his personal life for an ambition that is bigger than him, that is for the country. I personally take the responsibility to ensure that I spread the message, and I think all of our viewers can do that too. We can raise some awareness, we can put whatever funds we can get. As DJ also mentioned, it can be a community thing that India was known for, that the education system was known for. We can do that again, and the benefit of it would be there would be a person who is going to make India proud. So, yeah, with that, we'll end today's podcast and hope for an extremely amazing freedom walk, and really looking forward to it.
Yes, I would say correct one word. I think in India we say yad bhavam tad bhavati. If we start believing in something, seeing something, it will happen. So we are like 5-6 people in this room now. We should start looking that Olympic podium where she is
Absolutely.
standing. If we have that in our minds, I think that will send a lot of energy to the
Right.
cosmos, and it will happen. So
Absolutely.
anybody who's donating, also send this message.
Yes.
If all of us send this message, it will definitely happen.
With this, we'll end today's podcast. And thank you everyone for staying till the end. Thank you, DJ, and thank you, Narayan sir.
Thank you. Thanks, Vinayak. Pleasure.